Okay, here's our Endbehavior chart. Don't say my little song is annoying.
Okay.
Whenever I say, are you ready for this? I just have to say that.
Take it back.
All right, Endbehavior. Remember, when we're talking about Endbehavior, we're talking about arrows. If you guys need to write that down to remind yourself, then you should do that. Okay, for our Endbehavior chart, we're going to have 4 quadrants. We're going to have the top be representing leading coefficient. Oh man, is there supposed to be 2 F's? I think so. And on the side, we're going to call that the degree side. You can actually switch these if you wanted to, but right now this is how I'm going to do it. For the degree, we care if the degree is even, and we care if the degree is odd. Now remember, for even, always think about like x squared. X squared, the arrows are both pointing in the same direction, right? So all even functions will point in the same direction for its end behavior. So for this one, we're going to do an x and y axis and the x and y axis right here. For the evens, we have when the leading coefficient is positive. I'm going to write positive out because I don't want it to look like a plus sign. Positive and then negative. If your leading coefficient was positive for an even function, where would your arrows be pointing? They would be pointing up, up. Where would your arrows be pointing if the leading coefficient was negative? They would be pointing down, down. Okay, but how do we say this mathematically? We have to be able to talk about the left side and the right side of the graph mathematically. Now, on the x and y axis, what is this arrow pointing towards? It's pointing towards negative infinity. What is this arrow pointing towards? So the left side of the graph would be negative infinity, and the right side of the graph would be positive infinity. You guys got that? So whenever we're talking about end behavior, we're always talking about both the left side and the right side. So I'm going to write this twice. The left side of the graph, which is negative infinity, and the right side of the graph, which is positive infinity. Now the other axis, our vertical axis, is more commonly known as the y. But you guys are I'm trying to get you guys used to calling it the f of x axis. That's the same as the y-axis. Now that axis is also pointing towards an infinity and a negative infinity. Except they mean something different. They don't mean left and right. They mean
Up and down.
up and down. So for this scenario, what is the arrow pointing towards on the left side of the graph? Now this means left. When x is going to negative infinity, what is the graph doing? Going up or down?
Down.
See this corner right here? Left side? That means up. So we're going to say positive infinity. What about the right side of the graph? Which way would the arrow be pointing on the right side of the graph?
Down.
No, this is the upper corner.
Up.
So it'll be up. So this is up, up. Okay? And then the next one, we still have a left side and a right side. You're always describing both sides. And then f of x is also doing something for each of these. But in this case, we have a negative leading coefficient, so the graph changes. Let's look at our basic even function again. Here is x squared. Here is negative x squared. How are the arrows pointing? What is my end behavior doing for a negative leading coefficient?
Down.
Down, down. So what are these going to be?
Down.
So f of x approaches what?
Negative infinity.
Negative infinity and negative infinity, right? So left side is going up and right side is going up. That's how you write it. That's how you say it. Is everybody with me?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. So what about odd functions? All right, draw your x and y. Draw your x and y. This one, when the leading coefficient is positive, is down, up. And when it's negative, it's up, down. All right, so we got left side, right side, left side, right side. Now what about the f of x for this first one? For the f of x, what's the left side doing?
Up.
This is the left side.
Oh, left. Down.
Down, so negative infinity. And then what's the right side doing?
Up.
Positive infinity. Are you guys getting the hang of this?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's this one? What's the left side for this one? Up, so positive infinity. And the right side? down for negative infinity.